guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Dawn over here, where today we are doing a Sephora haul review. So this is going to be part one because I have other products. I only have one face. This is pretty darn close to a full face. There's a few things I'll do off camera, and as always, I'll let you know what those products are. But for the most part, it's a full face of Sephora stuff that I purchased during their sales, whether it be the VIP sale or the sale that they just got done, the holiday gifting or yay gifting or whatever they called it. So they had that one as well. There is two products that I ended up getting from Ulta, but I mean, majority of it's Sephora. So I threw those in there. I have opened things to make sure everything was good and swatched. And I will say the stick product, one of the stick products from Ulta, however, came broke. Like when I opened it, it just fell right out of its container. But we're going to go ahead. I didn't, decide to do a refund or anything like that. We're going to keep, I was able to pop it back in, and hopefully it doesn't fall out during this video. But I wanted to go ahead and keep it so we can do this video and not have to do the return and then wait forever for this. So grab your snacks, grab your makeup, your brushes, grab something to drink, and don't forget to smash that subscribe button, become a part of my YouTube family over here, and please give the video a thumbs up. It really helps my channel out. It helps the videos get out there for other people to see. And comment down below. I love to always hear from you guys. If you've tried these products, if you have what you think, and just what you think overall, and any suggestions on anything you want to see me try, I'm always open for that. I like being your guys' guinea pig. I always try out tons of makeup, whether it's new to me or new to the market. I do both. I do drugstore and high-end. Most of this is new to me. There's a few things that are new out there, relatively new in the last few months, or maybe at the end of summer type of thing. But I was in a low buy, so I didn't purchase a lot. But most of this is more so new to me. So without further ado, let's get to it. So I did eyes real quick. We just did a pretty basic eye look today, and then I put this Lottie London glossed lip gloss just to give some nourishment on the lips. It's not one of my favorites, but it does kind of nourish it, make them soft and a little glossy. So that's what we put on the lips. And then for the eyes, I went ahead, I always use this cream and this ColourPop palette here for any of my shadows, especially ones that seem to have fallout. And I don't usually use a glitter glue for that reason. I do want to pick up the NYX one to try out, but I think that works just great, that cream shadow in there. So I haven't yet, because once that's out and I'm done with it, that's when I'll pick that up. And then this Temu eyeshadow palette is what we used. We went in with this color real quick, and then I went in with this lighter one, then that darker one, and then I put the second and third one on my lower lash line. This is the foundation we're going to try out today. I'm so excited. I wanted to try it when it came out, but I, again, was in a low buy even back, well, I guess I wasn't really in a low buy then, but I was trying to put myself in a low buy way back then. And I really was interested in this. It is expensive, but I also had a lot of foundation, so I was trying to get through some stuff as well. This is the Hourglass Ambient Soft Glow Foundation. I'm obsessed with their face palettes. They come out for every holiday season. I got the owl one, and it's jellyfish. I think it's jellyfish. I'd have to look, but I got one of them this year. It's beautiful. I love it. I use it every day, if not for the highlighter, which if you are not new here, you know that I kind of got out of highlighter, and then that Rare Beauty one came out, and that made me like highlighters again. Or I will use it for just their finishing powders. They're just gorgeous and really good for dry and for mature skin. So I'm super excited to try this out. Some information on it is $58. So again, expensive. That's another reason why I waited for a sale. It's in shade 5. When I did swatch it, it looked a little, the undertone looked a little yellow, and it's supposed to be a neutral undertone. I do have white pigment, which helps if the shade's too dark, but we shall see. There's been times that I've had a neutral shade and it was a little yellow as the undertone, and then once I got it blended in, it was fine. So that might be the case for this. That's happened quite a few times. It does have 32 shades, which I feel like is pretty decent for a higher end foundation, especially for Hourglass. It's a pump, and it's really cute. Like, they just have really cute but almost basic packaging. I have tried their Vanish primer in a little smaller sample, and I love that primer. I definitely want to pick that up at some point as well in a full size, because I absolutely love it. It has 30, like I said, 32 shades. It's supposed to be medium coverage, lawn wearing. It's vegan, cruelty free, weightless, and a natural finish. So it's supposed to be like just the soft, natural glow to the skin. So I'm really excited because, like I said, I've been wanting to try this for a while. I always go in on one side with a brush, one side with a sponge to let you guys know the coverage. And then I always just go back in all over my face with my sponge to press it in. And I like to take a pump. So that's about half a pump. It doesn't look too yellow at first, but once I swatched it on the back of my hand is when it started to look yellow. Yeah, see, it looks quite yellow, but we'll see. Like I said, we will see. So I like to spread it, any foundation on my face, because I feel like that gives me kind of just the best way of applying it. And then I will go in with my brush or my sponge, whatever I'm using. And if it is a little too yellow, we can always just go, let me grab my mirror and get a little bit closer. My hair is a little in the way today. We can always just put it on our neck as well, bring it down our neck. I do that a lot as well. So that was half a pump on the one side. We got it spread in. So now I'm gonna go in with my BK Beauty 101 brush. I really, really like this brush for foundation. It just does such a good job of getting it into your skin, not streaking, and keeping its coverage as well. So it's supposed to be a medium coverage, it said. And of course, when you use a sponge, a lot of times you'll lose some coverage, but I like using a sponge because I'm not someone that's into full coverage anymore. I'm more of the lighter coverage. I really jumped on the bandwagon this past summer of the skin tints because I just loved the beautiful finish it gives of a skin tint. And I really, really love the lighter coverage. As I am getting older, I prefer that more. But a nice weightless medium coverage like this is supposed to be, it's still something I like. And look at that coverage. That's definitely medium coverage. And it's definitely giving this beautiful soft glow. I would have to agree with that claim. This looks absolutely beautiful, you guys. And that BK Beauty just blended it in so well. So we'll go in on the other side with half a pump as well. And you know, again, once I got it blended out, the shade is actually matching really nicely. I will probably go ahead and bring it down my neck as well, just so we match a little bit better. But it's not too bad. I think summertime it will work well. But look at that. With and without, like, that's beautiful. That's so gorgeous. It looks so natural, and it's definitely this soft natural glow to your skin. All I had on my skin was my skincare. I try not to, when I'm trying a new foundation, go in with any powders, setting sprays, primers. I like the first time I tried on camera for you guys, I like to try it out with any helping properties. I do have a setting spray today, so that's going to help it a little. I will also link in the description box all the products. I will also have a wear test for the foundation and the new concealer. However, make sure you check out my speed review videos when I get those to you guys after I try these products out enough times to feel like I have my final thoughts. I'll do a speed reviews and put these products in there. And I'll let you guys know because I will wear it in different ways. I'll wear it with a primer, without a primer, with a setting spray, without a setting spray, with powder, without, all of that stuff. That will give my final thoughts. But how beautiful is that? That's so, so pretty. All right, so now we are spreading it on this side and we will go in, like I said, with the sponge. I also went ahead and put some on my neck on that side. So I'll bring this down on the neck over here, and we'll go ahead and use the sponge to blend down the neck and blend on this face. I really feel like it's sitting really, really beautifully on the face. It's not sitting on top of my skin. It's literally in my skin really nicely. I probably don't have to go in with the sponge on the other side and press it in. It's just something I do out of habit. So I'll probably still do that just because. But it's looking so beautiful. I don't typically go for a foundation that's this expensive, although high-end foundations definitely are. Like, they're a lot more than drugstore. Although I will say drugstore pricings definitely have gone up over the last couple years for sure. But I definitely think this is worth it. Okay, so you get a little bit more coverage over here with the brush. I feel like that is a true medium. This is more on the lighter side medium, whereas the brush side is definitely more of a true medium. So if you want to go in with a brush and then press it in with the sponge just to get it in the skin, if you like more of that medium coverage, and I went in with half a pump on each side. So I would say a pump works well for medium coverage on your face. I didn't do my forehead yet, but it's gorgeous. And that will also be a true factor as well, how it's going to sit on the forehead, because I have my, and I went in with less than half a pump to put up here. Now, how I test a foundation as well is how it sits on my forehead, because I've got, you know, fine lines, wrinkles up there. I'm 38 now. Like, it's inedible. As you get older, you age, you get wrinkles, you get fine lines, you get all that fun stuff. So that's how I also judge a foundation. How it sits on the skin, how it wears, how it dries down, and if it's gonna crease into the lines on the forehead. I'm a very expressive person, so I definitely have some deep lines on my forehead. I'm not someone who doesn't do skincare, as you guys should know if you're not new here. I'm very much into skincare. Not as much in the past, so I've definitely got some issues with my skin, but I've definitely really gone into skincare over the last few years, and it's sitting so far really nice on the forehead as well, but that's beautiful. That's definitely giving the ambient, beautiful soft glow that Hourglass is very famous for. As right now, on first impression, I would say this is definitely worth the $58. It might become something that's a staple in my skincare, or I mean, in my makeup collection. I will say it reminds me a lot of the Lancome Care and Glow, just how it's sitting on my skin and how beautiful it looks. And I'm actually out of that. I scraped the last bit of that foundation the last time I used it, and I'm really liking this, so I'm kind of glad that I picked it up, because not that it would replace that, and it's a little different. That one has a little bit more of a glow. This is a very soft natural matte, but it's a little close to the same. So beautiful. This might become one that I turn to a lot, especially with the holidays around the corner. We have Christmas coming up, we have New Year's, and just a really good solid medium coverage foundation for anyone that goes for medium coverage on a daily. I don't, but it's so soft and beautiful and very lightweight. It doesn't feel like I have anything on my skin. So that's nice as well. You could definitely use it as a daily. I would use it more for the special occasion, and it's drying down pretty well. It's not too sticky. It's a little wet, but not bad at all. So the dry down is really nice as well. I went in with my NYX brow pencil, and I tell you guys, every time I think I am out of this, I'm not out of this. If you guys know, I'm trying to grow my brows out. This one seems to be growing well, but this one is like stuck. So if you have any suggestions on how to get some brow hairs to grow, let me know. I have not been doing my brows, but as a birthday gift, I chose the Patrick Ta brow. I think it was the laminated clear brow, and then his high shine gloss and a pearlescent kind of glittery gloss. So we're gonna put that on top of our lip oil at the end, but we're gonna use the laminated brow gel to kind of hold these in place, and we're gonna see how that works out. So here's what it looks like. It's probably more of the smaller size because it came as the birthday gift, but it retails, if you're gonna buy it, for $15 to $27. So the smaller size would be $15, this one. It's vegan, clear, it's supposed to have a strong hold, and it's supposed to mimic laminated brows. That's not really my thing. I'm more of like the lifted look, but every so often I'll go for that. So here's what the spoolie looks like. It feels very, very wet, and it's definitely clear. So we're gonna take it and we're gonna brush those hairs, and I hope I don't make too much of a mess. Another thing why I don't go in with this NYX pencil too much is because it's the wrong shade. It's a little too light, but I don't want to waste it. So I'm waiting to run out of it if that ever happens. And then I will get a darker shade. I thought the shade would work. It looked like it did when I went into Ulta, but I guess not. So there's that side with it laminated. and then without. So not bad, right? I feel like the true thing is going to be the hold, and then if it makes it crusty. I can't stand when a brow gel will make my brow hairs all crusty. I do want to try some other high-end ones. I've heard Kosas has a really good one, like a mini one. I like the really small pencils is the type of brow product. But again, I'm not really doing my brows. I'm letting them grow out and just leaving them as they are. So I haven't, you know, looked much into purchasing other brow products. And I do like the CoverGirl one as well. The CoverGirl one is really nice. So we will see at the end of the video. I should know if they got all nasty and crusty, but I feel like it was wet, but not too wet. I was able to apply that gel really nicely. It definitely laminated them. We shall see. It didn't move the brow pencil around, so that's a plus. Next, we have this color corrector. You guys know how obsessed I am with my e.l.f. one, so I'm very curious on how this is going to compare. It is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Vanish Color Corrector. It retails for $32. It has 4 shades. I have mine in medium too. I feel like Charlotte Tilbury, here's my notes, is a little expensive, so I don't go for a lot of her stuff, but I have to color correct. As you can see, I got some lovely dark circles. And it's supposed to be like this buttery soft to like maybe a cream to powder type of formula. It's super cute. I feel like it's kind of expensive for what you get. You don't look like you get very much at all. 2.5 grams. I always forget. I apologize, you guys. For the foundation, I forget to tell you guys the size of everything. 1 fluid ounce, which is typical for that. And then this may have it, but yeah, it does. So you get 0.08 fluid ounces. Again, this is smaller, so take that with a grain of salt. All right, so here's what it looks like. It's swatched really nicely. When I swatched it, it definitely felt like the cream to powder formula. So let me swatch it for you. It felt creamy, and then once I put it on the back of my hand, it felt like it had a powder to it once you get it blended in. And I think the shade is really nice. It's like a pinky tone, and it looks nice and hydrating. So I'm super excited to give this a try, and I love that it's got a little mirror. So what we're gonna do is we have a new concealer, is we're gonna put it under one eye, and then we're not gonna on the other eye, just to see the difference that it gives, and then the difference it will make with our concealer as well. So I'm just gonna take a little bit on my finger. I like to use my finger because the warmth of your finger really does warm up the product, and I will use it to spread it and get it blended in. And then if I feel like I need to, I'll go in with my sponge. But sometimes I don't need to. Sometimes the finger does an amazing job. And that's what I feel like this is doing right now. It's definitely giving us a good full coverage. It's supposed to also be full coverage, and I feel like it's doing that. It's supposed to be hydrating, and of course color correct, and that's what we're looking for, and with and without. So definitely a huge difference. It feels really nice on the under eyes. Now when something is creamy or hydrating, it definitely can crease, so we'll see if this creases. My e.l.f. one does that, but you just blend out the creases, put your concealer on, and you're good, right? I mean, not a big deal to me. More so not a big deal with the e.l.f. because it's way less expensive than this puppy. I mean, how much did I say this was? I know it was quite a bit. I think it was $32. So that's a hefty price, especially for the amount, but we'll see how it wears. And then we're gonna go in with that concealer on top of it, and then we will go in with the concealer on this side without any color corrector. This year was the year for concealers, you guys, for just the market and myself. I've tried so many, and this is another one that intrigued me, and another reason why I put off my kind of roundup review of all the concealers I tried in 2023, because I wanted to try this out before doing that video and add this one in it. This is the Kulfi Main Match Crease Proof Lawn Wearing Hydrating Concealer, which I don't know what's up with these companies making these lawn names for products. And crease proof, I feel like every concealer is going to crease on you. I have yet to find one that does not crease on me. For me, it's just the minimum of how much creasing, and if it continues to crease after being set. since we are trying a new concealer, I'm going to set one eye and not the other. I think I will set the one with the color corrector, and then we won't set this eye without, and then we'll see how that wears as well. I'll go ahead and leave a wear test down below for this as well, like I'm doing with the foundation, to let you guys know how it wore without being creased. And then again, all of this will be worn in different ways, all of these products throughout the month. And then when I've tried them all and I have my final thoughts, I'll put them in a speed review. So make sure you have the bell notification on too. That way you're notified when that video uploads. I have this in Coco Crush, has 21 shades. It's clean at Sephora. It's supposed to have a radiant finish, good for dark circles. That's another reason why I wanted to try it. Good for also redness, which I have on my face. So, but that really covered my redness, the Hourglass. So I don't think we need to try it on the face today. But in the future, I might when my rosacea is kicking up. But I normally just keep concealer under my eyes. I don't normally use it on my face. But it is good for that. It's hydrating as well. And 21 shades is not bad because it only retails for $26. So it's on the lower end of Sephora brands, whereas others can be in the high range of in the 30s. So I don't think that's bad at all. And the shade range isn't too bad. I did teeter between a couple shades, and then I went ahead and went with this. I typically, honestly, off camera will go in with my blush and bronzer first and then go in with concealer because that helps clean up any mess. But we're doing it this way because this is usually how I do it when I'm on camera trying out products. But that's how I like to do my products and my I guess routine off camera. Just because, like I said, it helps clean things up. But this is blending very nicely. It's definitely got a radiant finish, which I'm okay with. It felt very thin, but not watery. So I feel like we'll get the good medium coverage it's supposed to give. And it's blending like a dream. I'll bring it a little bit down here. I do have some redness here by my nose. So let's see. Okay. Yeah, that's covering up the redness really well. And I do go back in with my sponge just to blend everything in, just to make sure it's pressed in. I don't like to blend it with the sponge. I do like to go in with a brush because it does give me more coverage. But here we have this side with the color corrector and concealer, and this side with nothing. It's holding up to its claims for sure. It's a little bit more, let me show you real quick. It's on the thinner side, but a little bit more creamy, not like watery. Like the Tower 28 one that just came out, that one's more watery than creamy. This one's got a little bit more cream to it, but it's also very thin and feels very lightweight, and it definitely feels hydrating and looks hydrating, and it's definitely a radiant finish. It's also got a little bit of a pink undertone to it, not too much, so that will also help with color correcting. So if you're someone who you need some color correcting, but you don't want to do two products, you don't want to do a color corrector on top of your concealer, or you just don't have one, you don't want to spend the money on one, whatever the reason may be, you can always opt for a concealer that has a little bit of a pink or peach undertone, whatever your skin tone needs. Mine's more of the pink, and that will also help with color correcting. So here it is without the color corrector. I definitely agree with the medium coverage claim. I probably will tell you right now, I'm not going to agree with the crease proof. Like, I just don't think that's a thing with concealers, at least on my eyes. But looks nice. Looks really, really nice. I'm really liking it. Definitely will have to get that video done here soon. Once I try this out, I'll go ahead and get my roundup video done for you guys of my concealers. I just needed to make sure I tried this out enough before I can do that. But how beautiful is that? Now we're gonna go in with our nude stick products. This is the product that broke that I got from Ulta. It is the Tinted Blur Contour Sculpting Stick. I have it in the shade Medium Neutral, retails for $32, has 5 shades. It's vegan, clean at Sephora. It's supposed to be lightweight, a soft matte, but a natural look. Here's what the packaging looks like. So it's really cute. I've never had a problem with Sephora, with Ulta's packaging, but it was packaged just in this. In the envelope, there was no bubble wrap in it, and I think that's why it broke. But as you guys can see, first of all, it's smashed up in there. And then I took it out and it just like looked just like this. I took it out to swatch it and it fell right out. So hopefully we don't have that issue, but it feels so creamy and it looks really nice and hydrating. I feel like that's a really, really good shade. I don't contour it. I do, you know, the contour bronzing contour type of thing. So I go for a little bit deeper of a shade. Like I said, there's other shades. So we're gonna put a little bit up here. And I mean, look at that forehead. It's so soft. Like there is no foundation in those fine lines. And by now that would have happened. So I'm excited to keep playing around with that. I love that. I love that about that. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and blend this into the hairline. Okay, that's blending so fast. It's reminding me a little bit of the Rare Beauty one, just how effortlessly this is blending and how quickly. The one thing I loved the Rare Beauty, but I noticed as it sat more and I had it longer, it would start to get patchy on my skin. Like it wasn't like that when I first got it and I wore it. And then as time went on and it just sat, it was definitely more patchy on the skin. It didn't dry out, like it was still creamy. I don't know. It's weird. I've heard others have had that issue too. So that sucks. However, I mean, this could definitely replace that because this is reminding me a lot of it and it looks really natural. Like it blends in so fast. It looks beautiful and natural. I'm really liking it. It's looking really good with this foundation. And I don't think we will set it. I want to see how it's going to wear, same as the blush on their own. I typically will set, if I'm not going to go in with a powder on top of my bronzer or my blush, I'll typically set it with a powder, or I will go in with a powder bronzer or blush, but we're not doing any of that today. We're just going to leave these products alone so I can see how they wear. But I mean, this is very nice. I agree with the claim. It's got this beautiful radiance to it, but it's also got a very soft matte finish. Say, although this isn't ideal packaging to put in an envelope just like this for shipping, I think this is great packaging for travel. Great way to travel with it. It's really cute. Great way to set it in your vanity or on top of it if that's how you choose to store it. So the packaging's super, super cute and it looks so beautiful and natural on the skin. A new blush. This isn't too new. This is newer than their other cream stick, but this is newer than the bronzer. This is their Nudies Matte and Glow Core All Over Face Plumping Peptide Blush. Again, long name. $25, so this is a little bit cheaper. It is smaller, so I mean, it should be cheaper. This one retails. This is 6 grams. My apologies. Let's see here. This is 6.2, so just a little bit bigger. So I can see the warrant of the price being different. I have mine in blush bling, right? Yes. And it looked so beautiful when I swatched it too. And in the middle there is where the skincare is supposed to be. So let me swatch it for you. I mean, look at that beautiful glow. That's so pretty. It's like up my alley, what I love. Beautiful shade for this time of year, for the fall and winter months. I feel like I lean more towards those mauve colors during this time and more towards the pink colors in the summer. It's cruelty-free. It's a matte cream blush. It's supposed to give that juicy glow radiant, which it looks like that on the back of the hand. It has 5 shades and it's a natural blush color. And then the inner glow, it's supposed to, that inner glow core in the middle is supposed to give that dewiness, and it's got the plumping peptides and ceramides. So with my stick blushes, I don't like to go in on my face because I don't like my obviously foundation be picked up. I mean, who likes that? So I like to put it on my brush. I'll coat my brush and then I will take my brush and I will tap it off. So here it's coated on the back of my hand to evenly distribute it on the brush, and we'll see how well this applies. We'll see if it can be built up. Ooh, that's so pretty. Right off the bat, you got some beautiful pigment and some glow. I don't think we need to see if it can be built up. That's for sure. I also didn't set the under eyes yet. I wanted to see how much creasing we get. And there's just a little bit. It's been sitting on my under eyes for probably about 10 minutes now. And I would say there's creasing because, like I said, everything creases. And if you go a little crazy like I just did, just take your foundation, even with your bronzer, but you can take your foundation brush or sponge, and then look at that. Now we're a little bit more of a soft look over there. It's not as in your face. And then we're gonna take what's left over. I don't think I need to put any more on because I went a little overboard over there. So we wanna match that side. I don't need to put as much on as we did on that side and then have to, you know, dye it down with the sponge. But that's beautiful. I love the shade. It's not picking up my foundation. It's blending really, really nicely with the bronzer. It's playing really well with it, which I would hope so because they're from the same brand. I mean, that's not always the case, obviously. Products from the same brand sometimes don't work together, but both these products are just gorgeous. And it definitely gives that beautiful glow to the skin, but it's not oily, it's not greasy, it didn't pick up the foundation, and then it's supposed to, over time, as you use it, it has the properties of the ceramides and peptides. So that's beautiful. And I'm loving the shade. All right, so we have a lip pencil, we have a lip oil, then we have the Patrick Ta for the birthday gift, and then we also have a mascara and then a setting spray. I'm gonna go ahead and do the mascara last after the setting spray just because I don't want to mess up the mascara and make it smear and smudge. Sometimes that happens when you go ahead and use a setting spray after you have put on your mascara. So that's going to be last, but right now we have the Tower 28 one liner, lip liner plus eyeliner plus cheek pencil, and it retails for $15. That's like probably, besides the Sephora brand, one of the cheapest lip liners. I have mine in the shade, what shade is this? I'm pretty sure it's, yeah, Draw Me, which is a chocolate brown. There's 3 shades. Clean at Sephora, vegan, hydrating, fragrance-free, lawn-wearing, alcohol-free, creamy, high pigment, and non-drying matte formula. So we're gonna put this on. I don't always use a pencil with my lip oils or glosses, but we're doing that today. Make sure we have anything that's on the lips from before off so we get a good idea on how this wears. Oh yeah. Ooh, I like that color. I don't normally go for really dark colors. However, I feel like this is gonna match the shade of our lip oil very nicely. And I do go for darker colors like this in the fall and winter than I do summer. I usually go more for a soft brown in the summertime. And this is a pencil. It's not retractable, but that's so creamy. Now, the downfall of a creamy liner is it may not be lawn wearing, although it claims to be. I'm going to go ahead and overline a little bit up here. That, like, you know, I like to do that sometimes. It will give the illusion of a bigger lip without having to have surgery. All right, and I have a hard time talking while lining my lips, so I apologize. We are not always good at multitasking. I also want to see if it transfers down from top to bottom, and that's why I was talking while doing that as well. It did transfer just a little bit right there from the top, but we'll see. All right, and then we have our Saie. I've been having my eye on this for a while, and this also has been the year for lip glosses, lip oils, hybrid of lip gloss, lip oils, and lip balms. So for the market and for me, I've purchased so many of them. This is the Glossybounce High Shine Hydrating Lip Gloss Oil. So this is a hybrid of a gloss and oil, retails for $22. I have mine in Push, which is a soft brown, and we'll go ahead and swatch it. It's supposed to have hyaluronic acid, a high shine finish, vegan, slip of an oil, shine of a gloss. That's what makes it the hybrid, but it also makes hydration of a balm, so possibly all 3. And 6 shades, I believe I said, clean and plant positive. Oh yeah, this is gonna match really well. Maybe a little tad lighter than the liner, but it's gonna match really nicely. Look at that shine. It definitely has the shine of a gloss. It's a little sticky, but I don't mind a little bit of stickiness as long as it's not goopy sticky where like it's sticking all over my lips. But having it a little sticky helps it stay longer. And then it says it's non-sticky. I feel like every gloss and oil can be somewhat sticky, but I would agree that this isn't too bad, like at least on the back of my hand. And here's what the doe foot looks like. So it's not a huge doe foot like we've been seeing. It's more flat and smaller. So let's go in. Let's see what this can do. Ooh. And it's very, very thin like an oil. So far, I'd have to agree with the claim of it being the oil gloss. It's definitely thinner like a lip oil, but it's definitely giving that beautiful shine of a gloss. Now, hydration of a balm, that I'll have to wear it throughout the day and how long it will last. It's got a slight scent, but not like a very distinct scent and not too strong. I'm really, really liking this combo. That lip oil looks really, really good with that liner. That's beautiful. Okay, I'm really liking it. Again, I'll have to wear it throughout the day to see how long through eating, drinking, talking, all of that. And I definitely will have to wear it to let you know the hydration of a balm. But I definitely agree with the oil gloss. It definitely is thin like an oil, and it's definitely glossy like a lip gloss. What did it say? The hydration of a balm, shine of a gloss, and the slip of an oil. So definitely the slip as well. That's gorgeous. I think these two products together, I'm loving right now. Chef's kiss. This combo, especially the color, more so the color, and just how creamy and beautiful the liner is. And then this gloss in the shade Push is like holy grail chef's kiss combination. We have the Patrick Ta what was it called? Patrick Ta Major Glow Lip Shine. Retails for $26. I have mine and she's expensive, which is a clear pearly shade. This is the other item in that birthday gift. We'll swatch it. I don't usually like to go in from here to here when I have a colored product on, because then it just messes up the applicator. So there it is. It's definitely shiny and it's clear, but hopefully you guys can see that. It's got a little bit of crystal pearlescence to it. I don't typically go for things like this, but it might look pretty on the oil we got going on, the lip oil slash gloss slash possible balm. Here's the doe foot. So it's flat again, a little bit longer than the oil one, and definitely smaller. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on this brush and we're going to apply it that way. Oh yeah, I can see it on the brush. Maybe you guys can see. There you go. Now you can see a little bit better. So we're going to put some of it on the brush and we're going to apply it that way. And I'm just going to apply it in the middle by dapping it onto. I don't want to smear it and then pick it up. Ooh. I think it is picking up a little bit of that lip oil. So this may not be something that can be a combo. That's why I'm not swiping, I'm just tapping it. Doesn't have as much pearlescence as I thought. Maybe it's because it's being put on top of another lip product that's colored. I'm not sure, but again, I don't want to mess up the doe foot and mix the colors. So I'm just putting it on the brush and applying it that way. It looks nice, but I'm not sure if this is something that should be added to a lip color. So again, I'll have to try this out a little bit more, maybe on its own or with another lip product. It didn't really add much to that. There's not very much of the pearlescence, so maybe it would look nice on its own. I just don't like pearlescent products or glittery products on my lips on their own, but it doesn't look bad. It did take some of the lip oil off, so keep that in mind. It could be the Patrick Ta product, could be the Saie lip oil. I'm not sure. I'll have to play around a little bit more with that, but we will see. It feels nice. It's not like gritty or glittery, so that's nice as well, because I don't like the grit of a really pearlescent glitter lip product. But there it is. Other information about this is supposed to have a high shine finish, which I can't tell because I put on that product. It's supposed to be a high shine gloss with cushion and slip, non-sticky, and it's supposed to feel like a lip balm. Two more products and then we're done. We have the LYS setting spray. This is definitely a newer one out on the market. I love LYS packaging. Their products are really well. They're inexpensive. This is the LYS Beauty Skin Loyalty Setting Spray. Retails for $24. It's vegan, natural finish, hydrating, alcohol-free, lawn-wearing. Best for combo dry, normal skin, lightweight, reduces fine lines and skin texture, and it has a soft matte. So it says soft matte natural, which soft matte and natural can kind of, I guess, be the same as well. So we're going to shake it up. We're going to spray it. We're going to see how the mister is first. I don't like to go straight on my face. Always shake your setting sprays. I kind of stopped using setting sprays too for a while, but then some really nice ones have came out of the market. So let's see how this sprays. Ooh, ooh. That is a nice mister. So thank you, LYS. We're gonna go ahead and spray the face. We'll see if there's droplets all over. We'll see. I usually go ham, especially when you have a good setting mister like this one, and I just went ham. And it doesn't even look like, I don't see droplets. I can feel it on my face. My face is wet, although I don't feel like I got much over here. Let's go. There we go. Let's go a little bit more. You can go ham. We should be fine. There we go. Now I feel like I got a little bit more on the face. I don't even see droplets, so that's nice. I sometimes like one that will like change the finish. Let's say I went in and my foundation or a primer or something made my face more matte. I don't mind soft matte, but having dry skin and texture, I like more of that dewy glow and a soft matte finish, which is what we're looking like today. So I'm enjoying that. But sometimes a setting spray will change that. I like ones that will not change that, but ones that would just set your makeup. This didn't say how long it would set it for, so we will see. I'll keep you updated in my speed reviews on this, but that mister is amazing. So again, thank you, LYS. And again, I don't see any droplets. I feel like it's already drying down really well, so I appreciate that as well. It's not changing my complexion. Now, if I want my complexion to change, if it became too matte and I want a little bit of dew, I can go in with a different setting spray that will change that. But just to set the makeup, and a very nice mister and beautiful packaging to sit on my vanity there, I'm loving it. Our last product is this Benefit Mascara. You can get it in the mini like this or full size. I think this is so cute. As you guys know, I will go for a mini any day, especially a mascara, because it's very rarely you'll go through a full tube of a mascara. They don't last as long as other products. So I'd rather originally get a smaller one. When I run out of it, it's one that I really love and have to have. I'll get a full size, like my Tower 28. That one didn't come in mini, but I picked it up full size because that was the only size, and I've already gone through one and have another because I love that one so much. So this has some high shoes to fill. It is the Benefit Fan Fast Fanning and Volume Mascara, $15 to $28. So this one would be $15. Lawn wearing, gives you volume. It's supposed to fan your lashes side to side, amplifies volume, and gives you the multiple look of lashes. My problem with my lashes, I always have to curl them because they go straight down, and I have a lot of lashes, but they get heavy and they fall and they don't lift. So my outer lashes are really, really hard to get them to lift up. So it takes a lot for me to really like a mascara. And here's what our wand looks like. So it's that typical tree wand, but it's curved a little bit more than some others. And it's got the longer bristles. So let's go ahead and go in. We're gonna take this flat side first, just to get the lashes up and get, and get the mascara on, and then we will go back in with the other side. Okay, this is definitely separating my lashes, and it's definitely lifting the outer lashes. I really hope you guys can see that on camera. Like the outer lashes on the outside there, they don't lift very well, and look at that, it's lifting so nicely. And it is a wet formula. It's definitely a wet formula, but it doesn't feel too wet. It might dry down as it sits open a little bit more. A lot of wet formulas do that, and I don't mind a wet formula. It's actually my preference, as long as it's not too wet. Some of them are way too wet. They're messy, and they don't work well because they're so wet. And I don't normally put mascara on my lower lashes unless like I'm going out for some special event or, you know, something with the family, the husband, but because we're trying this out, that's what we're doing. All right, so that's one coat, and I typically only go with one coat. It definitely did some lifting on those outer lashes. There's one that will not lift, but that one, no matter what, even my Tower 28 doesn't fix it. So with the mascara and without, I'm actually really impressed. I don't know about volume. I feel like I already have, me personally, I already have enough volume, but it definitely lifted because here they are kind of falling down, not lifted. That one definitely did lift and fan, and it also separated them. Like it definitely separated my lashes and it's non-clumpy. So I'm very much impressed. I can't wait to try it out more, and I might have to buy a full. Okay guys, that is it. That is everything. And as always, I go through real quick and let you guys know like my top favorite and then just my final thoughts on everything based off first impressions. So I would say this is definitely my favorite so far out of everything. It's so beautiful. It's not synced into any lines on my forehead or anywhere, and it's wearing really well so far. We've been filming for a little over an hour, but so far so good. When a foundation sinks into the lines on my forehead, it does it within minutes, so I'm very much impressed. The Saie lip oil, I really do like. I will have to say this is probably my least favorite at the moment, only because I don't know if it's these two together or separate. I'll have to try these on their own and see how I like them, but I really do like this lip oil. It does feel really lovely, really thin. It does give, I mean, look at that beautiful gloss look. It is wearing down just a little as I've drank some, and when I put this on top, it definitely picked up some of that. So I don't know if that was a good idea to do, but that's what these videos are for. But everything has played very well together. I'm really liking everything minus this. And then the lip liner from Tower 28, yes, beautiful, love it. I can't wait to see how it wears throughout the day. And like I said, I feel like this color with that Saie lip oil color is just like chef's kiss combination. And this laminated brow gel is actually nice. It is not crispy at all. It definitely helped laminate them, put them down, didn't pick up my pencil. So I'm very much impressed with that. I'll have to use it more and do my brows some more, I guess, right? And then we have the Nudestix blush. I'm loving this. The shade's beautiful. It's not fading. I feel like on this side, you can't really see it as much. It's there. It's there on both sides. It's just my lighting. But beautiful. I love that there's skincare in the middle. So the more you use it, which I feel like I will be reaching for this a lot, especially in the next month, so I can try them out for you guys and give my final thoughts. But I'm loving that as well. The Nudestix, I really do like. It blended so nicely. The shade is perfect because, again, I don't contour. I will bronze, so I go with a darker shade. But I place my bronzer and blush always higher up because, A, just my face shape, B, the way I like it, and C, as I'm aging, I don't want to push my skin down. I love the packaging. I just wish it didn't come broke, but it didn't fall out, so I may have been able to push it in all the way and we're good. And then this Fan Fest mascara, I'm really, really liking. It looks so nice. My lashes are definitely lifted. They're definitely fanned out, but they're not like that spidery look. They're not clumpy. And they definitely separated the lashes, so I'm loving that. It definitely might have to be one after I finish up this mini size, get it in a full size. Then we have this color corrector. It's really nice. Like, I'm really liking it. Would I repurchase it? I don't know because it is expensive. However, if it's a good enough one, I would at some point maybe repurchase, but it really is nice. It definitely has that cream to powder, so it's different than the e.l.f. one I have. So I'm excited to try it out more and with other concealers. And then this concealer, I'm really liking. It did crease a little. As I said, they all crease on me. That's not a big deal. It's how much they crease and how it wears. And it's definitely giving a really nice medium coverage on this side without the color corrector. Obviously a little bit more on this side because I have color corrector on it. But I'm excited to try it out more, play around with it more in different ways with my e.l.f. color corrector, without it all, with setting, without setting, all of that. Just excited to play around with it more and with other foundations. I think the packaging is cute. The formula is really nice. It's very thin but not watery, and so it gives really good coverage and it feels so lightweight on the under eye, so I'm loving that. And the LYS setting spray, like LYS just killed it with the mister. I'm obsessed with that. The packaging is always cute from this brand, and I'm excited to see what else they have to bring to the market because I really enjoyed their foundation concealer. I've used up both of those a long time ago, didn't repurchase, For me to repurchase something, I have to really love it because of me doing these videos. I'm always purchasing stuff to try for you guys. So if something's repurchased, it means I absolutely love it. But I'm loving that this didn't change my complexion at all, but it's setting my makeup, and the mister was great. There weren't droplets all over my face. It didn't pick up my foundation. So I'm obsessed with that as well. All right, guys, so that is it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. As always, I love to hear from you, so comment below anything here that you may have tried, your experience with the products, and I would love for you to subscribe, become a part of my family here. Make sure you check me on my socials. Those will be listed down below. The products will be listed and linked in case you're interested in trying them out, and I will have a wear test for the concealer, and remember, it's just for this eye that I didn't set. And then a wear test for the foundation below as I wear it throughout today and as I wear it a little bit more throughout the week without having any setting spray to it or anything like that. And make sure you give the video a thumbs up because, like I said, it helps get my channel out there and then others will see it. And make sure you also have the bell notification on so you get notified of all my uploads, especially my speed reviews when I get my final thoughts on all these products you guys see in these makeup review videos. And then you'll know exactly how I feel about things, because I've had products where I didn't like in one of these videos, and then as I play around with it more, I try it in different ways or with other products, I end up liking it, or vice versa. There's a product I didn't like and then I just end up not liking it as much once I get to the speed reviews video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and I'll see you here very soon. Bye.